Okay, router time. Let's go to the other room. Let's get this guy up here. Let's get the router going. We're going to make some dust. We're going to make some noise. Are we going to make some noise, guys and girls? Yes, we are. Let me flickaroo the video back. We'll get that camera back in here. And we're there now. So we need to get those routed out nice and clean. I'll get some protected. Yep, that's the one. The router time. Terry's favourite tool. Or the drill is probably Terry's favourite tool. And once we get this guy done, we should be ready to start cutting out the body. Pop this camera back up here, see what we got. Oh, look at that, it worked. Da-da-da-da, fantastic. We can see what we're doing. Okay, great. Let's just turn that volume off so we don't get that echo. You should hear me nice and clearly now. 4 a.m. CAD Vision, my goodness, you are keen. Welcome on in. Thank you for dropping by. This is our 24-hour stream. Roundabout. Leslie, that's very, very good. The rasp is really the number one tool, the rasp. The rasp is up there with the best of them. Is it not? Let's have a drink. It's a little bit humid today. It's cloudy in Sydney. Not too... Wimprest has got the bidding off and running. Thank you very much, Wimprest. $500 off and running. Guys, they're leading the way. Cheers, big ears. Willie, why did I know you'd know about the Elvis movie? I knew you'd know. I knew you know. You knew I knew you'd know. I knew that you would know that I knew that you know. Confusion reigns. I'm just popping some of these drills away before I lose everything. I'm trying to stay a little bit organized as I get tired. And that's why I do the routing now, guys and girls, because I want to get all those big, dangerous tools out of the way before I fall asleep and land my face on a spinning router. Not that it would do much damage. He's got a face only a mother could love. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Workbench. You know the drill here. Clamp. Terry, do we need clamps? And if we do, how many? Gotta know. How many clamps? What's the dealio? Stupid, I've missed the bench. Great. Good work. Okay, that's better. Oops. All of them and then some. That's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Let's get this aligned a little bit better. Go. That ain't moving. I'll put a third one on there just to make Terry happy. If Terry's happy, we're all happy. There should be a command called Terry happy. If Terry's happy, we're all happy. That's the moral of that story. Alrighty, time for the roundup. Routing is such a funny thing. We love to route. Routing out. Okay. Let's change the bit on this guy. Where's my key? Here's my key. Grab myself a router. The right bit. Where is the right bit? Where's the right bit then? Here it is. Here it is. Indeed. The guy. I'm going to do two passes here. I'm going to go a short one first. Trying to avoid tear out. So what I generally do is use a very short bit first and get that down to a 1/4 inch, and then I route inside the cavity. So first things first, we'll work on this one first. So let's get this guy in and sorted. Okay, that's tight. That's ready to go. Haven't plugged this guy in, so we never plug it in until we're away from, our hands are away from this thing here. The sharp bits that spin at rapid rates. Okay, let's get some templates on here. Let's line them all up. Let's get it on, as they say. Let's get it on. I'll do that template. Okay, double-sided tape. We need some tape, fresh tape. Put some tape on this guy. I'm going to stick that guy down like so, and I'm going to route them there like so, as they say. Some tape. We need some tape. Whistle as you work. Always a good thing. Check, glasses, check, e-prediction, check, thumbs up, 2, check, let's go. Yes, I like that. Dana knows, she knows what's going on. She knows what's required. Rightio. Line this sucker up. Drop this bomb. Boom. Right there. Check the height of this guy first. How are we doing? Where is it? Okay, that looks good. I think we're good to go. Okay, let's plug it in, get the safety check done, and off we go. Make sure that switch is off. Grab our power cord, we're switched on. Okay, are we ready, guys and girls? Let's do it. Safety check. Mask. Put that guy on. New cartridges in there. Good. I've got nice new filters. Bryce from New Zealand. What's happening, Brycey? Welcome on in. Thanks for the raid. 24-hour stream here, Brycey. Welcome on in. My name's Manny and I'm wearing a mask. You probably can't hear me very clearly, but that's okay. I'll have it off in a sec. Glasses. Check. Gloves. 2 thumbs up. Earplugs. Okay. We're good to go. Let's do it. Gonna mute you guys out, it might get loud. Going to change the bit over. Unplug that. There we go. Plug it in. Just muting you out. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Whew. 1 down, 2 to go. Take that stuff off, that's hot as. Yes, Brycey, we've got. Thank you for the raid earlier on, appreciate you being here. We've got an ash body, we've got Canadian flame maple neck with Indian rosewood fretboard. Mr. Glynn's pickups, Cruel Mistress. You may know Mr. Glynn if you're from New Zealand. Great, Glyn Evans, great winder. He's the guy that carefully and considerably donated and generously is the word I'm looking for, donated the pickups. This guitar is being auctioned and we are giving the proceeds to the Children's Hospital in Sydney. Whew. Check my whisper. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let me just have a break. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you very much, guys. Terry, you can respond to my response to the forum if you don't mind. So have a read and see what's going on. Yeah, the question was, guys, is shipping included? We are including shipping. You get a case and a hard case, and shipping is taken care of from this end, so you don't have to pay a cent. Jerry's in the house. Jerry, what is going on? High voltage. Jerry is my high voltage man. We're just routing some stuff at the moment. We're on our way with our ash body. Let's take this off and have a look. Nice and clean. Nice clean route there. Let's do the bridge. We'll get the other doobie bajooby. Ash is a little bit fine. fibrous sometimes. It tends to stick. It burns like a bugger too. I mean, if we throw this lump on the fire later on, if something goes wrong and we end up with the world's latest barbecue at 3 in the morning, we will throw this on. This will burn for days. Smokes up beautifully. Okay, let's grab our router. Let's change that piece again. I want to get something clean on there, a little bit shorter to get most of that bulk out so that we don't stress the wood and get any tear out. I'm going to put this guy on. So we take off that 1.25 inches. I did a good job there. Jerry would be proud of my. Gotcha. Once that locks in, man, it's good. It's got to lock in. It's got to be safe. You can't have a loose bit. Loose bits sink ships, as they say. Okay, let's get this guy on there. We'll get that template on here. And wrap that baby up. Okie dokie. Let's do that. What do we got? I need that template. So let's switch this over. Grab this guy. Line up the center lines. Like a bought one. Brand new. Just like that, guys and girls. Just like that. So we'll get some tape on there. No, I send it by air. You get it in about 2 weeks. I don't send it for a couple of weeks though. You've got to know I generally let it sit for a week or two, then check the action, adjust the neck. Also, I won't be finishing. I will color it, I will do the artwork. I still need about a week. So the next few days I'll be applying Danish oil to the finish, at least 3 coats. So I need about a week before it's shipped. And then another week after that before I ship it. So I need about 3 or 4 days for the finish, and I need to sit that for a week. And then I need about 4 or 5 days of highly strung, readjust the neck action, put it in the case and send it. So it'll ship in about 2 weeks, and it takes another 2 weeks to get there, or a week or so to get there. In the US, yeah, no problems, man. US is fine. I've shipped to the US before. It takes about a week. Thank you, Dane. I appreciate that. You know what? Sometimes you just got to give back. You know, life's been. We all have our ups and downs. Life's been reasonably good to me, regardless of what the ups and downs. The ups generally outweigh it. It's all about attitude, and it's time to say thank you to the world and the Creator and the universe. Right? That's that source that keeps us going, and say, look, I've got to give something back. I've got to give something back. It's important. It means the world to me. My kids, I raised 3 kids. They're all adults now. They're all grown up. But I was lucky enough that they weren't critically injured or critically sick. There's a lot of sick kids out there, and I want to, just do my little bit to help them if I can. Ha, Karen, you're okay too, girl. You're okay, barely, but just by that smidge. You just pass the test. Ha. Shave it all, Karen. Shave it all. I'm going to shave it all, and then you'll really, really think I'm a lot better than I am. Ha! Mario's in the house. Coffee's ready. Let's go. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Just popping another template on, guys and girls, so don't fret. We're almost there with the routing. Got to get that on. It's spot on. Okay, that's good, guys. We're ready to go. Writing away. Okay, safety first. Terry, let's do the check off the safety list. What do we got? We got a mask. Got to put this guy on. Okay, back on. Blasters, check. Earplugs, check. Fingers, check. Let's go. It's okay. Dana did it. There we go. Plug the power in. You guys out. Let's do it. Okay, switch over. Alrighty. Clean that up. Power it up. Okay, muting you guys out. Alrighty, ready to go, guys. We're getting there. Woo. Not including the neck pocket. We've still got the neck pocket to go. We've got 22 hours, 26 left. We're trying to break a record here. We're going to try and do it as quickly as we can. Quick enough to finish in time, slow enough to do a quality job. No, I don't compromise the quality of time. I'm going to catch up with the chat, have a little break for a minute before I do that third one. Just got to pace myself. What do we got? The bid's at 500. Wimprest, I think it's at 500. So we're off and running with the auction, which is great. It's going to continue to, the auction's going to continue for another week after today, after tomorrow. So by that time, I'll have at least the neck sorted out and the color and the stain, not the stain, the oiling, the top coats sorted out and settled in a week. And then another week after that, we'll have the 3 or 4 days of stringing up, have the neck action done. So in 2 weeks' time, it'll probably be shipped. Okay, cool. Excellent. Mario's in there as well. Well, it's for the kids, guys, so the more the merrier. I'm happy to be here doing this stuff. So it's also great to have you guys join us, and I'm so grateful that you can be here for as long as you can. Don't feel obliged to stay up all night. You don't need to, for those of you that it's getting late. 7:51, wow. Ha-ha. They're bouncing around, doing their thing. Whew. What's Dana's ID? Maybe I'll do a series of screenshots and put them in a Discord. Go for it, Dana. You are the one. 800. In there now. And he was the recipient of number 1 last year, which is great. Boom, Orby's watching and cheering along. Dana, you are a kook, but I love you for it. Excellent. I'm glad that you can stick around. Don't hurt yourself. Get some rest when you need it. What do we got? Okay, we got one more cavity to go for those controls. So that control cavity now, and looking at things for the neck. Be fun. We're going to cut that body out and do some sanding as well. I might do that first. Let's get the workbench going. Let's get that last one going. So let's get a template on there. You may wonder what I'm doing. I'm actually unscrewing the old pickup off this plate. I just want to use the plate as the template to get some work done on this guy. Wooden template over this one like that. A little bit shallow, but I'll just be careful. It's good enough to do the job that I need done. Take that guy down. So I'll put some double-sided tape on that and also tape the edges down nice and firmly. whistle as I work. Keeps me going, ticking along, thinking along, keeping the head focused. Seeing as it is flat, I'm just going to put some more tape over the top just to give it a little bit more oomph, as they say. Just a little bit more stability. There's a little bit of pressure on there, so we want to make sure that we are nice and solid, doesn't slip and create a nice big gouge where we don't want it. Okay, that's good enough. That's not going anywhere. I've just got to get this adjusted. So I'm going to start with the short router tip bit. We're going to create an initial route of about 1/4 inch deep. Then we're going to use that itself to do the rest. Just unplug that for safety before I move this bit around. Okay, got to be very careful here. I'm going to set the height first. Should be good to go. Let's give that a go and see what happens. Okay, plug that in, do the safety check, and off we go again. Safety check, let's get that gear on. Rightio. The last build, what did it go for? The last one went for, what was it, 601? Something like that. Glasses. Good to go. I just need to flick over that bit. It's very hot under that mask, so I like to take it away when I get a chance. It's frozen up, that camera. I just want to fix that camera. It should fix it. There we go, it's better. Okay. Flip that bit over. Plug, that's safe. Let's go out. Last pass and that will be finished. Cut the body out, I think. Get that dip set for the final pass. Okay, we're good to go. Plug that in, get the power, get our safety on, and let's finish that off. Alrighty. Do the checklist again, Dana. Let's go. Mask. A year ago, Leslie. Whew. Glasses. Ears. Fingers. That's good to go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Now. All right, we're good. Just going to check the depth on that guy. Just check the depth on all these guys. So let's vacuum that up. In the other room. Beautiful. Perfect. Lots of room. Look at that. Look at that. Let's just put the dummy pickups in there. Check the depth. Oh, more than enough. More than enough. And put the dummy neck pickup up. Beautiful. Fits like a glove. Nice. Let's grab that pickup ring. Check that out. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the ring? It's around. It's around. It's here somewhere. I opened it up and I checked some sizing. We'll find it in a sec. That all fits nicely. That's the main thing. Here it is. Found you. Black knurl, knobs, mother of pearl. There we go. Starting to come together, guys and girls. It's fancy pantsy. That's right. It is fancy pantsy. Don't you forget about it. It's extremely fancy pantsy because that's how we roll. It gives you a little look, guys, to see, gives you a bit of a feel. Lush. It's a little bit of an old world charm. It's got a little bit of Art Deco. Once we put that burgundy on there and get that black rose on there, it's really going to pop. Cheers, Big Ears. Here's looking up your old address. Thanks very much for being here, guys. Really appreciate your ongoing support. The kids at the Kids Hospital here at Westmead in Sydney are going to love it. They need every cent they can get, so this is much appreciated. Cheers. Okay, we're almost there. I need to get a big hole cut out of here. And then I'm going to route this body and sand this body. Get that neck pocket in there. We need to get that neck pocket in. Okay, I'm going to take some measurements here of the neck. I'm going to just measure that up tight, and then I'm going to work on it when we finish the neck. So, give me a second. I'll grab that neck. Let's get this routed out as well. While we've got this real estate to play with and stability, we should route that pocket. We'll put all the fancy schmancy stuff away. And what we'll do is we will flip this around. I'll hold this up from another angle so you guys can see the cuts on this guy. So this is where we're up to. We're just going to do the neck pocket now. So there's our routes, nice and clean, looking good. Okay, got those guys looking pretty good. We've got that neck pocket to work on next. Then we're going to cut the body out. Of course, we've got a little bit of shaping to do, a little bit of rounding over of the edges, all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And that's part of the build. So let's continue with that. Some clamps, as Terry would suggest, might be a good idea. Give us a bit of stability. That's pretty good. We'll whack another one in here. I think we should be right. There we go. Great. So let's get some measurements done here. I'll grab that neck. The neck base is profiled. I'm going to measure. I've got to taper this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sit this guy in place and draw a line around it. I'm going to double check the thickness, the exact thickness with the calipers, because I want that pocket to be tight as a drum. base of this girl is 57.8 millimeters. That's right down the end. So let's just make it 58. And that'll give us a reasonably tight pocket with a little bit of movement. We don't want it wedged completely in there and misshaping it and not allowing the glue to get in there, because remember that glue is going to add about a half a millimeter to a millimeter of space in there. We need enough squashy room to get the glue in between the two pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just measure this guy out and draw a line, if I may. I did drop them before. I thought I picked them up. I need a sharp pencil, so let me find a nice sharp pencil. Here we are. That's a nice sharp pencil. Let's grab a rule. Let's measure 58. Half of that is 29. 29 millimeters either side. That's at the base, right down here. We've got 3 inches to the edge, so we've got to measure 3 inches up to that junction point when we escape the pocket. Right across here. That's our pocket. And now we're going to measure the taper, the difference. So let's measure the difference. 56.5. 56.5 at the end. So it's going to be a slightly tapered joint, just running off. 56.28.25, roughly 28.5 will take. Just inside that guy. Right on the edge, which is pretty good. That's what we want. We want to run a thin line straight down that edge there. You see there's barely a 1/16 of an inch of wood left. That'll come off, and that will be a 1/16 of an inch thick. Probably more like an 1/8 of an inch. And I've done that on the conservative side, so I can shave that a little bit to just get a little bit more wiggle room if I need to. But that's straight, that's aligned to the shape of the neck heel. So that neck heel should fit in there nice and tight. Bang. And the idea is to get that in there, and you should be able to pick up, without any screws, you should be able to pick up the body with that neck holding in there, that wedge holding it in. The other reason I like that slightly wedged pocket to follow the wedge of the guitar neck is, of course, you've got that dovetail shape, which gives you a little bit more physics, dynamic grip. Once that back wedge is in, it just, it does all the work, and and that continues all the way down because you've got a really solid, tight contact all the way down rather than it slackening off at the start here. I mean, some heels are done perfectly square and then taper off, but I taper mine right from the start because I like to have a little bit of dovetail in that heel. Okay, hope that makes sense. Haha, Leslie, you go and have a little snooze whenever you're ready. Yeah, I'll be around. So I'm going to take a 3-hour break overnight and have a bit of a snooze myself. Come back and finish it tomorrow. But, we do what we can. Okay, now we've got to drill some holes here. We've got to go down. How thick? How far down we have to go? Let's have a look at this. That neck heel is going to be 24 millimeters deep. I need to go 24 millimeters deep on this guy. So, let's go back to our friend the drill press. I'm actually going to